Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. If you're new to this channel, then welcome. I hope this video earns a subscription from you today. A little while ago, quite a long time ago, back in 2019 when I had a job and we were allowed to go out, I found myself in London and decided that I was going to take the opportunity to do something I'd been meaning to do for a while. I'd had a great time trying to find the grave of Alanson Wynne, the famous boxing writer, in Brookwood. And I knew that there was another very, very important grave, at least to me, that I'd not managed to track down. So I decided I was going to do that. I should apologise for the quality of the video because it was filmed on my phone. So the audio is not great, even though I was wearing a little lapel mic, it was still a bit windy. And being London, there's quite a lot of background noise. And because it's a phone, it's a bit, yeah, well, hey, you're used to that by now. So, yeah, let's go and see if we can find the grave of John the Gentleman Jackson. I'm in London, I have a little bit of time to spare, and I found myself in the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea. So I thought I'd come to Brompton Cemetery and see if I could find the grave of one of my particular sporting heroes, John the Gentleman Jackson. This could take me a long time. I know what the grave looks like because I've seen pictures of it online. But this is my first time ever in this cemetery, and I haven't got the faintest idea where it is, so I guess I'll just go for a walk. You look behind me. I don't know if you can read what that says, but that's the grave of Emmeline Pankhurst, one of the suffragettes. So I'm really pleased I've seen that. There's a lovely link between the suffragettes and martial arts. I don't know if you're aware, but Edith Garrod ran a jiu-jitsu dojo specifically for the suffragettes, and there's some really strong links between Bartitsu and the suffragette movement. Whether Emmeline Pankhurst herself ever trained, we've no idea. Or at least I don't. And if you know, please let me know. We know that at least one of her daughters did. Well, I've only been here about 5 minutes. I've had a bit of a look around. There are a lot of large graves, and I know that what I'm looking for is quite a large monument. But I think I might have found it. Now it's possible I haven't, but if you look behind me over there, you may just see a monument with a lion on it. And I know that the one I'm looking for does indeed have a lion on. So let's go over and have a look and see if I'm right. It is indeed John Jackson's grave, exactly as described, a very large monument with a lion on it. It's in quite a poor state of repair, which is pretty sad. You can see it's very worn. There was obviously quite a lot of writing on it at some point that's just worn away and is no longer legible. and a lot of the lead lettering has fallen away. And it's quite disappointing, really, considering he was potentially one of the most influential men in the world of boxing in, well, ever, really. He was an amazing man, had some incredible achievements throughout his life, one of which, the most famous of course, is that he was the man that took the championship from Daniel Mendoza in only 9 minutes, beat him absolutely bloody. He only fought 3 times and he lost one of them, broke his ankle slipping on the wet floor, and even in that fight he offered to carry on if his opponent would agree to be tied down into a chair, and he would do the same so they could carry on fighting. So he was quite a man. History doesn't actually tell us an awful lot about him. We know that he died childless, relatively old, and he was hugely respected. He was a boxing promoter and a trainer and a close personal friend to many members of the nobility, including the great Lord Byron. We know he was prodigiously strong. We know he was huge and incredibly well muscled. And that's about it, really. So I think I might have to find out a little bit more about John Jackson and see if I can find out what the inscriptions on the monument actually used to say, because they're pretty much illegible now. So before I go, I'm going to have a bit of a look around the cemetery and see if I can see any other interesting or famous graves. So that's to the memory of John the Gentleman Jackson. Well, it's a fascinating place, and there are lots of very interesting graves here. Some very unusual, bizarre looking monuments. And I had a Google, and it turns out there are loads of quite famous people buried here, but I've not been able to find them, which makes me very glad that I found Jackson's grave. So the only other one I found was that of Emmeline Pankhurst, which is pretty cool. So I think it's probably time to go, to be honest. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, I hope I've earned a subscription from you, and I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.